What is an oscilloscope? An oscilloscope is a device for viewing oscillation. It shows a graphical image and measures voltage over time. It is used for analyzing the waveform and bandwidth of electronic signals on the time domain. For instance, if you have a 5-volt DC or 10-volt DC, I will measure it on the oscilloscope. Let me show you how.
Connect your BNC cable to the oscilloscope and connect the probes to the power supply, and I will show you now. First of all, I like to go to default setup. That will show you in the middle. The 0 is in the middle, and this is our voltage DC 10 volts. As you can see, per division 1, 2, so 5 volts per division. It shows in here channel 1 is 5 volts per division, and we have horizontal knob for time base. Later on we'll connect you can see the time base, it changes horizontally, and this is for vertical. You want to change it vertically so it won't go down because of its 0 is right here, so it's 10 volts. The control is at its limit. And if you go auto scale, will also give you a good visualization that will make 0 here, and this is 10 volts, and this way you can go vertical, you can see a little bit more. So now it's 2 volts per division, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the thing to remember that the vertical position, these will go for all channels. If you had 2 channel connected, 3 channel connected, or 4 channels connected, this will change vertically for all the channels. So all the signals will change. And for horizontally, it will also be the same for all the channels. It will change horizontally. As you can see, it shows 100 milliseconds per division, the time base. Another thing to remember here is, let's see, if you had it the vertical position, you want to make it back to 0, you click this one, it will make it back to 0. So for example, if you had it auto scaled like right now, and this push this button to make it back to 0, it will make it back to 0. So we are here auto scale, and make this starts with 0, you push to 0 channel 1, and there you go. Another thing to remember, this is good that this turns on channel 1. So channel 1 is right now off, channel 1 is on. This is good for labeling channels. It will show this is channel 1, as you can see over here. If I turn it off, this is off. This will be channel 1. If you want to channel 2, turn it on, it will show this is channel 2 and that's channel 1, and label it on as well. So you can see that. Also, colors will show you that this color is yellow and our signal is yellow, so that's channel 1 and this is channel 2. Right now we haven't connected anything to channel 2, so we will just set it off. As you can see, if I increase the power supply, let's see if I go more, our voltage will also get higher. So now it is at 12 volts, as you can see. So let's keep it at 10 so you can see voltage per division in the calculation correctly. Another helpful tip is here's a measurement button. You can select the measure button and then you go type, and we go to snapshot of all. So just go all the way till you get back to snapshot of all, and then go back and add measurement, and you can see we have a DC voltage connected right now. We are at 9.9 volts, which is almost 10 volts that it shows to us, and there's good information, you might need it. Now I have connected a sine wave from our function generator, which you can see is 1000 kilohertz and amplitude of 4 volts peak to peak and offset is 2. And let's see how the function is on the oscilloscope. There is a default setup to show default zooming for us, which this, if that did not help, you can go auto scale as well. If also that did not work, you can go horizontally and vertically with these knobs to see your function how you want to see it. So as you can see, if you go more on time base, it will be a distortion. So there is a button called the run and stop button. This will stop and run the function, our sine curve. Once you stop your function, you can see it much better, and you can zoom it in, and you can see that's the snapshot we got while it stopped. If you start running, it will keep running again. You can click the measure button to measure your signal volts peak to peak, but what I like to do is I like to add measurements with the type of measurements that I want is snapshot of all, that shows all measurements, and you can see volts peak to peak, maximum, minimum, and that should be helpful. We have Rigol oscilloscope as well, and I'm going to show you how to measure on the Rigol oscilloscope. So let's first connect our VNC probe cable to the channel 1 of oscilloscope, and let's connect our power supply, and we will provide it 10 volts. As you can see on Rigol, I have connected my cable to the power supply, and I applied 10 volts, and I click auto button, and you can see this is 0, 5, that's 10, so that's 10 volts per division. It shows 5 volts on channel 1 per division, 5 volts per division, so I have like 10 volts. As you can see, that's 10 volts. And also the measure button is over here. You can click here and you can say display all, this button that would show you. So we have a max of 10 volts, 10.40 volts. The minimum is this one, and you can see all the information through snapshot of all. So this is the vertical positioning for this. You can position it vertically, and with this you can change the divisions. vertically, and this is for horizontal. You can see later on we will see it changes, but as the voltage keeps coming, it shows. Here's the menu if you want to do it manually. If you want to measure your period, frequency, time, or width, you can get it from here. Otherwise, I like to see all snapshots like I showed to you. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them at my best. That I will do my best to answer it as soon as I can. Also, I connected the function generator to the oscilloscope so you can see a sine wave and very easy measurements. You can go to measure button and you go to display all, and you can see your snapshot of all the measurements. And we also, this changes the time base for your signal, and this shows it vertically if you wanted to see it, and that's about it.